Nerdrotic.com.
Greetings, friends. It's Gary here from Nerdrotic, and it's time for the Super Chat and Donation Square Up from Friday Night Tights and a little bit from the Inquisition and the Nooner. We don't leave a Super Chat behind. We read them all eventually and give them the time they deserve and the respect. And we respect you. We know you work hard for your money, and these questions need to be answered. And they're great, and I love doing these. We're also going to mix in a couple of items from the Toxic Mailbag. Now, the next episode is going to be Toxic Mailbag Heavy. So let's get to it. Terry Wilkin with 2 Canadian pesos and nothing to say, but we appreciate the donation. You help keep the lights on. You help keep this show rolling. And again, I thank every single one of you for watching, participating, shouting us out. You're unbelievable. We have the best audience. Owen Howard for 10 euros. R-rated remake of John Carpenter's They Live, directed by Todd Phillips, starring Gina Carano and Carl Weathers, with Henry Cavill and Meg Foster in that role. Any takers? Absolutely. I would, well, if I had the power, I would produce that, but I would absolutely watch it. That would be brilliant, and something Hollywood wouldn't make these days. God bless John Carpenter. To pay for 10 euros. Gina Carano was fired from Disney for tweets. Ray Fisher was fired for representing others who are afraid to speak in public. Which is worse, or have I understood something wrong? I not really. No, I have been critical of Ray Fisher, and I still am. I think, there's certain things that you just keep in-house and you don't bring out because you're making people look bad and you're only telling one side of the story, especially with accusations of racism. Now, Walter Hamada might be a giant dick, and Toby Emmerich, by all accounts, is a giant dick. Now, there's certain things I know about that guy that I can't say, but he's a dick. Jeff Johns, I've never heard the guy was a dick, and maybe he got caught in the middle of this. Nobody's saying anything, and that's the problem. You would hope that you can handle it like men and women, like adults. Sometimes that stuff doesn't happen, of course. And, what is the quote? God, I'm going to try to remember this off the top of my head. But it's something to do with self-confidence is in the restraint. Self-confidence is showing restraint while receiving criticism while still showing respect to the person giving you the criticism. I just screwed up that quote, but that's essentially what it meant. Megatron Prime for $5. Thanos in the comics made Galactus bleed. As well as Odin, Thanos should be stronger than Wanda, and he is. He absolutely is. Michael King for $4.99. In WandaVision, Dottie Jones could be Arcana Jones from the comics. Both are blonde with husbands named Phil, and the signature color is yellow. That's what everybody thought, and everybody thought it was going to be Mephisto, but then we found out the creator of the show didn't know who Mephisto was. JM for $5. I think Kathleen Kennedy is going to spin both Gina's behavior and the firing backlash on Favreau hiring Gina in the first place and undermine Fav. Well, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy, I think, is kind of a clueless dumbass for the most part and not good for the company and awful. And maybe she's on her way out. Maybe she's not. As far as I know, she's still there. And Jon Favreau is still there, but Gina is not. I don't think she's going back, but I could be wrong. Shao Speaks for $5. Me and my wife have been pass holders to Universal for 5 years. We both agreed if they close landings, we are done. They better not. They better not. Nick Nero for $4.99. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. Ronald Reagan. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And it's in trouble, and it's up to us to preserve it. Nobody's going to come in and save us, okay? No white knight is coming in and saving our freedom for us. We need to do it. And that means continuing the fight, continuing to call this stuff out. There's a lot of people who are sick of the fight. There is a lot of people who want the fight to go away. There's a lot of people who want things to go back to normal. Well, if you want that to happen, we all have to do our part in our lives. I'm not saying you go out and create a YouTube channel. If you want, go ahead. Or, or maybe you become a politician or a political activist. We need to start doing that. We need to start doing our own brand of activism, common sense activism, although I hate that word. I don't like using any of their language like community, Yeah. Ordsboard. Oh, that's a good guy. Ordsboard. He's got a channel. Go check it out for $2. Wanted to send a little love. Hail Friday Night Tights. And we appreciate it, Ordsboard. And we send the love right back to you, brother. Neighbor 605 for $5. The writers didn't even have good white vision and Wanda acknowledged the existence of each other just to make the bleak misery ending in the cabin. I know. Star Trekker 58 for $2 Australian. Hey guys, when I went to school, 4 times 8 equals 32. Well, now it's 2 plus 2 equals 5. Unless, of course, we probably got our math wrong in this. Did somebody get our... yeah, I don't know what that's in reference to, but my math's no good. Culture Casino for $5. Why is Ryan sporting the SJW special haircut? Is it to show unity with the High Republic characters? Yes, it is. BK0271 for 2 Canadian pesos. We need Squirrel Girl and her butt plug tail. Excuse me. Man, I just dark side filled you. I can't edit that out, so I'm sorry. I'm sure Axel Braun has already thought of that. Clifton 3D for $2.29. I am a Russian bot. Yes, and so am I. So are we. Oh boy. Gojira Star 5477 for $5. So they're ripping off the Horta from Devil in the Dark, Star Trek, the original series. Yes. Well, they rip off everything. Neighbor 605 for $2. Disney released their April Fool's Day joke early. No, they released it late. Fat Steven Seagal for 2 Canadian pesos. Why wasn't Professor X in the wheelchair? Hashtag canon. Because canon doesn't matter. The Wake Down for $5. The High Republic was obviously created by a transgender AI that identifies as an Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah. No, that's what I identify as today. It's revolving. And by the way, hail, Fat Steven Seagal, meme maker. He's got his own channel. Go check it out. Bill Stampede for $10. I heard Favreau was stepping down. Did anyone hear that? No, I didn't. Thanks, guys. Keep up the amazing work. All of you, thanks for never bending the knee. F Disney. And we will never bend the knee. Not here on Friday Night Tights. And as far as Favreau stepping down, it's maybe that was one. There has been so many rumors. I can't keep track of them all now. It depends on where it came from, to be honest with you. But no, he is still there. John Smith for $4.99. When YouTubers censors your super chat and you won't even refund you. Who censored the super chat? I can't censor a super chat. I don't have that power. But if something gets deleted, please let me know. If a message gets deleted, please let me know. Email me at gary@nerdrotic.com, or you can try to contact Eric K. He's kind of like the head mod, or any of the mods, to let me know. And, I don't know why sometimes YouTube deletes the message. Mods are not supposed to delete super chats of any kind, no matter what they say. And if that does happen, you will get refunded. I promise you will get refunded 100%. Eric K for $2. I denounce Amco. They must be transphobe. Obviously. Mudcrab for $5 Australian. Love you guys, but the sun is shining outside. Play nice without me. We promise not to. Fat Steven Seagal for 2 Canadian pesos. I denounce geode supremacy. I do too. Mario Venezuela the second for $5. Kevin Smith free bases soy. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Rob Bass for $5. There was a mistake in the hex cipher. 4 times 8 equals 32, not 16. LOL. It's okay. It's okay, Rob Bass. And that is probably why we probably shouldn't make ciphers based on TV shows. I mean, I appreciate the work based on TV shows written by people who don't know shit about the characters they're writing. David Kidd, thank you for the $1 donation. We greatly appreciate it. And we thank you. Ben Parker for $2. No. What? There's a spelling error here. So no Jeunesse to take that rock for granted. Gary, that might be a rock joke, but I don't know what jeunesse is. Genese. But I'll still give you a, because I fucked that up. Jay for $5. You guys are awesome. No, you're awesome. You awesome. Culture Casino for $5. Talk about awesome. Culture Casino's awesome. Yes, he looks like a Tallahassee DUI lawyer with long flowing hair. Ryan is developing boobies-centric film. Or developing a boobies-centric film. Early Buzz says, they're flopping all over the place. Several thoughts, and that's THOTTS, are being considered. Illuminati. Oh. Apex Comics for $5. Tales of Zero is available on Indiegogo. Buy a copy before Monday. It's too late now. And receive a free mini comic. Forget woke Disney. Yeah, but do check out Tales of Zero on Indiegogo by Apex Comics. Jay for $5. I got to scroll this up a little bit. When I see Ryan's face, I get indifferent, and then I get angry, and then I feel blissful. All right. That's a lot of changes there. Jay for $5. I'm in love with Ryan. Okay, Jay. Well, Ryan loves you too. Do you want his phone number? No, I'm just kidding. Culture Casino for $5. Reedy Creek can detain you. They have their own entire city infrastructure. They issue their own building permits, have their own governance. WDW, Florida. Reedy Creek. I know, like, do you mean Disney World? Like, Disney World's like practically its own country, right? That's what I heard. I don't know if that's an urban legend or not. But you would know, Florida man. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $5. Jeremy, the Hijabi Gamer, is at 1,340 subscribers. Has a thank you video to her fans and mentions you and Ryan in her thanks. Yes, and he is aware of it, and she is cool, and that was very nice of her to do. And I think she's a little bit higher than that now. And hail, Hijabi Gamer. The Hobbyist for $5. Disney removed Peter Pan, Dumbo, and the Aristocats from profiles set for kids. Yes, because Disney sucks. Culture Casino for $2. I have the weirdest hard-on right now. Oh, well, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Or maybe not. Angry Voltron for $2. Screeching Weasel is greater than my right. Play it, Gary. Well, I can play this. I can play... Hang on. I got a new sound on the soundboard. I got the war cry. Love it. Oh. Phone box chicken for £1.49. Nothing to say, but thank you for the donation. We greatly appreciate those. You help keep the lights on, whether you say something or not, whether you're donating or not. But we do appreciate all of the super chats and donations. We don't take a single one for granted. I will make up every single one. I am well on my way. And I sit down. I love doing these, by the way. But we are doing a little more restructuring so we can get to more on the show, and I have been getting to more on my weekly live streams, the Nerdrotic Nooner and Real BBC. And eventually, it's progress, not perfection. I'm working on this. I'm just an idiot with a microphone doing the best I can, and I appreciate all of you guys, and you help keep the show going with your donations or shouting out simply watching, giving a click, giving a like, dislike, giving some feedback in the comments. We appreciate it all. Thank you. Josh Krushk for $1.99. Kafka trapping. Kafka trapping. Are Kafkas a trap? I don't know. Angry Voltron for $2. Making Superman black is culture appropriation, the very definition. Veer for $2. She's the best. Much love. Carrie Smith? Yes, she is the best. Or Lauren Chen? She's the best too. Or Chrissy Meyer? She's the best. I've had a lot of ladies on. A lot of ladies. There's a lot of great ladies around our sphere of Friday Night Tights. Mr. Wood for £1.36. Thank you for the donation. We appreciate it, my friend. Ringy for $5.42 for £2. Can we get the Hijabi Gamer on Friday Night Tights someday, please? Yeah, we can get her on. Sure. What we can do, I had some thoughts about stuff. I take each show as it comes each week. We don't really plan things out. We are going to start doing that a little more now that X-Ray Girl's pretty trained up. And she's going to start booking guests. Right now, I'm booking the guests. And yeah, I think rotating, I was thinking about rotating another host in later in the show, kind of mixing that up a little bit. And I think, we did that with Lethal Lightning a few weeks back, and it was great. Lethal is fucking awesome. Lethal is awesome. Go check out his channel. But yeah, we can do that. Culture Casino for $2. God bless Lethal Lightning. I was just talking about him. Oh, man, that is synergy there. That is synergy. I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, how do we go about getting guests on Friday Night Tights? I don't know. I mean, I think about what happened during the week, and I try to anticipate it, and then I talk to that person and say, hey, do you want to come on this Friday? And they say yes or no, and sometimes I go a week ahead. Sometimes people ask us. Sometimes people reach out to me and say, I would like to be on Friday Night Tights. And I say yes or no. And yeah, I am open to all of it. The criteria is, well, you got to like to have fun. You got to like to have fun because that's what this show is about. Lots of laughs. They couldn't decide if Helen Keller was a Yahtzee war criminal or just didn't exist. That's Commander Stargazer for $5. Yes, that's when that teacher asked his kids who Helen Keller was, and they thought she was a Yahtzee or a myth. We got Scratch Pad for 5 Canadian pesos. It's never about racism or sexism. It's always about being happy and them being miserable. At its core, yes, that is partially true. Yes. Mr. Guy for $4.99, and they are the NPCs, the SJWs, the miserable people. There's lots of miserable people, and the key to that misery is the self. That's the key to misery, and that is also the key to success. That is also the key to healing and the key to happiness. It's inner peace. It's self-confidence, being comfortable in your skin. We can sit here and blame everyone for our own problems all day long. And some people do this for years. Some people do it for the rest of their lives. And they never bother looking in the mirror and going, maybe I'm miserable because of me. Mr. Guy for $4.99. This professor was a national debate champ, won it all, calling LOL debate racist or racist. Featured on Radio Lab episode Debatable. I can't remember the professor who we were talking about, but I will check that out. Thank you. Daniel Morgan for $5. I called out Disney's hypocrisy on Star Wars Facebook post. They told me to go to YouTube, and you and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers can go cry together. LOL. Oh, they're giving referrals. That's awesome. Scratch Pad for 2 Canadian pesos. We give too much attention to idiots. Sometimes. What we try to do is shed a light on influential, rich, and powerful idiots, not, everyday idiots. And we can all be idiots at times. I can be an idiot, but we're talking about the consistency of idiots. We can not shed a light on it and not talk about it, and then it will continue. See, that's the conundrum. You don't want to shed too much light on it. I agree. So you got to choose your battles. I don't think I could be accused of shedding too much light on anything now that I'm only releasing one video a week. That's going to change. I keep saying that, but damn it. Time. I need that 30-hour day. I do. Chris Oliphant for $4.99. Hasbro can rebrand Mr. Potato Head is an as action figure and as an action figure, and everyone would be happy. Yeah, Mr. Asshead. Toxic here's a Kung Flu for $5. Wasn't Hot Sake one of the Dr. Seuss books that got banned, or was that Mr. Sulu porn? I get confused. Well, it might have been both. Paging Axel Braun once again. Super Mastermind, $5. The Witcher 3 has playthroughs that have all the work parts cut out. They sometimes go on for 6+ hours. Yeah, excuse me. God, sorry. I want to be part of that, though. I do. Scott Wemple for $5. Gary, was excited to hear that you were going on with Viva Frey and Robert Bards, which I did to discuss the common enemy problem. Yes, and I had a great time, and those guys are awesome. Check out Viva Frey and Robert Barnes, and maybe we should get them on Friday Night Tights, don't you think? I think that would be a good idea. Thank you, Scott. I'm going to ask them this week. Jorge Polito for $2. Can someone call Jeff? I want to hear Creepy Jeff. My name is Jeff. Royal Raptor for $4.99. Get 3PO in the call. Like Drunk 3PO? Shout out to Drunk 3PO. Culture Casino for $5. Tessa Thompson has officially been cast as Geode in the Simply Fabulous Life of Leox Gayasi, a Star Wars story. Coming July 2022, only to be canceled 6 months later. Thank you, Culture Casino. Doug B for $1.99. As more Sunday Valheim, sir, and he says yes. Ryan McLeish for $5. Hail all, and how are you doing? As is doing fantastic. Talked to him this morning. Nathan M for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights crew. Watching on delay, but who approved High Republic trailer? Narrator sounded like a voice of a low-budget roller coaster line video. Yes, or an AI voice. Scratchpad for 5 Canadian pesos. I've seen FX students work better than the CG in Supergirl. Did students make it? C-? No, they actually farm it out a lot to really low budget effects houses. And there's Lethal Lightning for $2 Australian. Jeremy answers to me. He does.
Who's that Pokemon?
美しい昼下がりミルクシーフードを食べようとするスーザンそこへチーズ星人ペッパー星人容器に現るチュチュチュチュチュチュチュチュペペペペペペペペチュチュチュチュペペペペチュチュチュマルうんなペペペチーズのコクペッパーのキレが新しいカップヌードルミルクシーフードあ踏ん張る多いしおっとその中にこの男が出てきてしまったややこしいのが出てきたうどんプロレスバックとなるとナマトさあうどんプロレスからやってきたどうナルトがお尻を差し出しておりますが今何のことかわからないナラマと股間を痛めつけるさあややこしいなとっとと片付けようとそういうことですよねさあ下ネタ嫌なんでって言ってますがどんどん下ネタに行ってしまっております大阪では平手破れて駅面式状態そっちからバックシェイクボムからフォールいくスリーカウント
Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Hail Nerdrotic and Cookcock. Joe Rogan's new studio resembles a Klingon interrogation room, just the way CW's Batcave resembles Radio Shack. Yes, indeed. Push-ups 2345 for $5. Brother Gary, the Superman collection I wanted your opinion on the other day is on Twitter. What's your snap evaluation of its worth? I did take a look at it. No more than just a snap evaluation. No more than a couple $100. Mr. Insanity for $4.99. Hail, Gary and Doomcock. A new character that's a rock in a book made of paper. Where's my scissors? Oh, there you go. Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Harvey, Geode's favorite song is Crocodile Rock. Oh, boy, you guys. I'll do that, but you should have got a Bear Business for $5. Which is lazier? High Republic or the New Warriors? Oh, they're both pretty freaking lazy. Low effort, low talent. Corey Timigan for $5 Australian. Sith paper character reveal when. Geode the Rock must team up with Scissors to defeat it. When an amazing character arc that would be. And we're probably going to get it. You're probably giving these idiots ideas. Creatively bankrupt, vacuous talent, just nothings. Sheesh, 316 for $5. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Michael Beacom for $5. High Republic indeed. This reminds me of the stuff stoners I knew in college would think up. They get wasted and every idea would seem great. Yep, and I'm guilty of that myself. Rupak Shakur for $4.20. I bought and redirected mathisracist.com to fade in. You did? Oh, well, at least you kept them from getting it. Infinity Flare for $5. This is 4D marketing with all the infamy. Geode will ironically become the most popular character since Baby Yoda. It'll be probably the most popular for opposite reasons, but we're already forgetting about it. Nobody's going to remember any of this. You want to talk about Disney Star Wars is fading out. Channel Surf for $4.99. What is the first thing you grab when you want to weigh down a corpse? A rock, of course. Cheers, gents. Cheers to you. Mr. Wonderful for $2 Australian. The Force isn't female, it's geological. The Force isn't female, it's geological. From Mr. Wonderful for $2 Australian. Malachi D. Wildman for $5. Lord Doomcock, your video on the vessel, weeks half empty. A vessel with just a rock. Where's the roll? Harvey, any suggestions? He had some, but I can't give them. The Good Tom King for $2. We're winning. Make no mistake about that. We are. It's just going to take time to turn things around. We're already starting to hear language about that. I mentioned it in a Lord of the Rings video that I may or may not release. I mentioned it in my Marvel is Doomed video. Is things are going to get worse before they get better, but they're going to get better. They're going to have to get better, or they're just going to go away. Stargate 404 for $5. I wish I could watch live, but I'm on East Coast time and got to get up. Hail the Inquisition, hail the Grand Inquisitors, and hail to you, Stargate 404. We understand you have that day thing going on. I think it's job or school. Can't remember which, but it's during the day. Fred W. Manzo for $2.99. Thank you for the donation. Zontar for 5 Canadian pesos. Gave my 2 weeks notice on Friday, going to trucking school. I'm eastbound and down, loaded up and rolling. You're going to do what they say can't get done. You got a long way to go, but a short time to get there. That's right. No notifications, no main page still Friday. Fuck YouTube, it says Culture Casino for $2. Yeah, that's been happening again for some reason. Paul Elder for $5. The original series introduced fans to a living rock in the episode Devil in the Dark. The concept of isn't flawed, but lazy and careless writing is flawed. Yeah, well, that was due to budget constraints, and it wasn't just a rock sitting there navigating a ship called the Vessel. A Mansplainer for $20. Gangs of London. Have you two seen or discussed the show? No, I haven't. Not a woke second. If The Sopranos and John Wick had a baby, here it is. I will check it out. Hell yeah. Seahawk Scott for $10. This shit continues until we choose to not be subjected to it anymore. I'm very worried about when that threshold will be met. I am too, Seahawk Scott. I am too. The Good Tom King for $2. Disney has proved that they're too big not to fail. They're too big to succeed. Sergeant Politeness for $5. Brick Tamlin. I love Geode. I love Vessel. Just picking up inanimate objects around the office. Next thing, High Republic characters. Office Chero. Oh, you barely earned that. Michael Beacom for $5. Kathleen Kennedy Lucasfilm, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory since 2012. Indeed. Darth Danger Zone for $5. I'm surprised that they didn't make Geode like the He-Man Rock People characters Stondar and Rockon, and then it would have made sense. Well, in a few years, He-Ra and She-Ra will be them-Ra and they-Ra. So, there's that. JT Kirk for $2. Geode best Sith scissors loses to Darth Paper. Darth Mortis for $5. Wonders if Kathleen Kennedy is hiding underneath that rock. Oh, M Tax Shark, thank you for the $3 donation. I appreciate it. Mr. Wonderful for $2 Australian. When you can't afford the rock, just create a rock. Good point. Brown Gaijin for $5. Imagine a kid in a hangar asking the names of the vehicles. What's this called? The Millennium Falcon. What's this called? Ship. Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Doomcock, are you wearing your ceremonial helmet or your war helmet? Or are they both the same? They're both the same. They're both the same. Cisco Kid for $5 was a friend of mine. Michigan Man, 95 for $9.99. From the return of Luke Skywalker to introducing a literal rock as a new character. My God, this is simultaneously hilarious and saddening to watch. True. Albatross for $5. Why didn't they just make Geode a droid? Because they're just not very good at their jobs, or there's no effort because they were hired for the color of their skin or where they put their packages, and not based on anything called talent. POT. That's what the entertainment industry is missing now. People of talent. Rand Murray, 82 for $5. Oops, they already misgendered a rock by calling it Geode. They did. Hashtag fire Geode from Jerry Gord for $2. Arasaka, the Fancy Goose for $5. I think Geode is their way to preach you can't judge people on how they look. With the rationale that is full of kyber crystals enough to be sentient. Is it full of kyber crystals? Well, then is it? I don't know. Maybe it's on kyber crystal meth. John Smith for $1.99. 35-year-old intersectional cat ladies. It's more like 45-year-old. Big Tex for $5. Great show, boys. Best dang duo since Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson. Tell you what. Wow. Hell yeah. Turn out I know this isn't either of them, but turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. That was Dandy Don. Monday Night Football back in the day with Dandy Don, Howard Cosell, Frank Gifford. It's freaking brilliant. I've seen Roger Staubach play, Andrew Pearson. Because why not, says Elite Spanker for $5. Anti-Derivative Jill, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Carl Holdridge for $5. Is Geode the monolith from 2001 or the robot from Interstellar? Or a force fossil, but this fiasco called Lucasfilm needs some adult supervision. I think a lot of people need adult supervision right now. The Legion of Reason for 5 Canadian pesos. What's Mikey Spock doing in the Star Wars franchise? Same thing she did in Star Trek, fucking it up. The Machete Order for 2 Canadian pesos. So his nickname should be a fart sound, not Geode. Yeah. Well, Disney Star Wars has become a fart in the wind. A fart in the wind. Space Dinosaur for $5. Someone watched Doctor Who, Stones of Blood, yes, but made the Ogre even less interesting. Well, that's Disney Star Wars for you. Rogue, $2. I want my bird. Iron Man 2. I want my bird. Oh, yeah, God. Super Mastermind for $5. I'm afraid that the Twilight series caused all of this. They went to Comic-Con and all the bigwigs wanted their audiences and all these girls they saw. And you are not wrong. I was there. I saw it happen. Dan Deering for $5. Wonder Woman grapes a man. No consequences. Scarlet Witch grapes a town. No consequences. I'm seeing a trend. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Twisted morals. Sarah Johnson for $5. I have a pet rock that has more personality than Disney. Yes, you probably do. Gomer Kyle, 79 for $5. Does this rock talk what its backstory is? He kin to the rock Gary throws at Kurtzman in the opening of Friday Night Tights. So many questions. Is he kin to Stonehenge? Possibly. If the rock is from this earth. Adrian Diaz or Mortinus. CW has one other good show with a smoking hot actress called The Outpost. Beware, though. It progresses in the opposite trajectory of Game of Thrones. Starts off horrible, then gets really, really good. Oh, wow. Is it woke? Andre Antonio Gonzalez Caceres for 150 Uruguayan pesos. Hi, Nerdrotic. Wanting to mention that Superman and Lois seems to be doing inverted woke, and I'm afraid any day now will invert it. You can see the seeds, the emo with mental issues kid, Black Lex Luthor. Yeah, I mean, those two things I don't mind. It's about story structure that I'm more worried about. And you're not wrong, and it probably will end up that way. I mean, shit, Arrow started out normal. Tobias Gregory for $10 Australian, up at 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Excuse me. For the members live stream, followed by a whole day of your great channel, Gary. Wow, thanks. Keep at it, mate, and please accept my humble contribution to the cause. And I appreciate it. And it's not humble, it's brilliant. It's your hard-earned money, and we appreciate it. You guys work your asses off for this, and we're not going to take it for granted ever. Like I said, the way our live streams are structured, it is hard to get to all the super chats all the time, but I will make every single one up. Griff Ryder for $5. The way things are going, get ready for feature-length films of butts. That's it. Just butts for 2 hours. Idiocracy is prophecy. And yes, it's very prophetic. Dead O for $5. Something I don't like about Infinity War is that it backtracks what happens in Ragnarok. He loses an eye and a hammer and then gets it back. Yeah. I mean, towards the end, Marvel fucked up a little bit, and Endgame was worse. I thought Infinity War was pretty good, personally. I love that movie. Star Wars ended in 1983, says Joe Brown for $10. Yes, it did. The EU is fine. I'm fine with the EU. The Dreamer for $2. Disney is getting bolder by the day. Oh, and he says, bolder. That was good. Kaipak, $3.95 for $10. The Rock Navigator. It's just stupid. They wanted a Groot. They missed the mark by miles. Joseph Oakes for $5. If you can't say anything nice about Geode, don't say anything at all. Okay, nice. Is it nice? I've been kicked out of 3 high schools and I messed up that super chat anywhere. Is it supposed to be nice or nice? See, now I get it. I'm learning things from the square ups. This is brilliant. By the way, this is a mixture of super chats and donations, all kind of put into one. Joseph Oakes for $5. If I read that one. Leo Fisher for $5. Will Falcon and Winter Soldier be a Brokeback Marvel gay love story? No, it'll be Critical Race Theory Marvel. Blaster Master for $5. Gina Carano gets fired. Cameron Poe retorts, "You don't treat women like that. You just don't." But they do. Hardwick Benthau for $2. You need to check out the new movie Boss Level. I heard it's good. Odin told me it was good. Blaster Master for $5. When you have a moment, look up Don Cheadle DNA test on YouTube. I will. Thank you. The Physicality Channel for $5. When can I find the heel versus babyface deep faked into movies clip from the other live streams? Search Turn Up Nothing. It should be, you mean the song? Search Ocean Man and you'll be able to see it. Otherwise, follow Problem Being on Twitter. He's got all of it up there. The Physicality Channel for $2. Never mind. It is on this channel with, there you go. with an untitled name. Is that what you were trying to say? I think it was Ocean Man. Dominic the Donkey for $20. By the way, thank you for the super chats. Hello, Gary. Just woke up. Hope you have a great day, man. And I hope you had a great day too, Dominic the Donkey. Hardwick Benthau for $2. Phyllis Coates is the best Lois Lane, in my opinion. Nope. It is Noelle Neal. And then Erica Durant. Tyrannus Cygnus for $5. Is it from Uranus? Oh, yes. Innocent07. Thank you for the $1 donation. I appreciate it. It took me a minute to figure that out. Primer for $2. It's safe to say Star Wars and Doctor Who are stone cold dead. Very safe to say. Oh, man. Snake Oil Sean for $5. Everyone loves Star Wars except the people who make it. That's good. The Wake Down for $10. Exactly. I'm uploading a fresh Disney rant at the moment myself. Longtime viewer, love the content. Going to add my own voice of reason to the sea of insanity. Thank you very much. I highly encourage you all do that. There's always people cycling in and out. Some folks are better than others. And if you're down with the common sense, that's cool. We got to remember always to keep our eye on the prize. And that is going after Disney, going after the corporations, going after the CEOs, and not going after each other. But there's a lot of people who love to do that. I avoid it. Hey, Nerdrotic, love your channel, and I'm beginning my journey of sobriety. Any advice? Asks Richard Zavala for $5. Yes. 90 meetings, 90 days, get a sponsor, get a big book, get to it. 90 meetings and 90 days. It sounds like a lot, but this is what your sponsor is going to tell you. You drank every day or did drugs, whatever you did. You had no problem with doing that every day. So now you have to do this. It's just an hour. There are meetings at all hours of the day. You can now go to a meeting physically, and you need to surround yourself with good people, and you need to remove the bad ones from your life. This is something I practice to this very day. Now, what I mean by that is you want to surround yourself with positivity. So when I'm at a meeting, and what I was told by my sponsor early on is you look around and you find somebody who's got what you want, and not stuff. It's not about stuff. It's about what do that person as a person has what I want. Self-confidence, happiness, joy, inner peace. And you just pick out that guy or a girl. If you're a girl, do not have female sponsors. It's never good. Unless you're a gay man, then you can have a female sponsor. It's about the 13th step and all that. But you hear a guy sharing at a meeting, and he sounds like, man, this guy's got his shit together. And then you see he's got years and years, and you're like, that guy's got what I want. So I'm going to talk to that guy, and I'm going to find out how that guy has what I want. Then there's people who are still in it, who are still in misery, who haven't done the work, and they're just hot messes. And nobody's perfect. I understand that. But when you're in the early days of sobriety, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. So you can't worry about things like feelings and stuff. So you don't want to go towards people who will send you right back out there. And the same goes for life. We all have worked at a company, and we've been around people. And shit, I've been that person too, who complain about the job all the time or whatever. You want to stay away from that. That's the kind of people that will get you complaining about the job. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's good to edit your life and edit who is in it and who is out of it. Big Daddy MRI for $4.99. Once the avalanche begins, it's too late for Geode to vote. That's true. Comic book steals and deals for $5. Gary, please watch Babylon 5. Your faith in sci-fi needs restoring. I have been watching it, and I love it. Susan Dolan for $5. Gary, you and Az need to review all 4 seasons of Lex. Stanley Tweedle is the anti-comic hero the world needs today. I might check that out after I'm done with Babylon 5. Now that is, I believe... All right, there we go. So these super chats and donations are all mixtures from Nooners, Friday Night Tights, and Inquisitions. I'm sure you've gathered that. As touched my no-no places for £5. Sorry, America. Harry and Meghan are your problem now. Sincerely, the British public. Fuck you guys. Why'd you do that to us? Is this revenge for the revolution? Come on, get over it. For $4.99, long-time listener. I almost said last time listener. I hope not. First-time donator. Oh. Thank you. Love what you do, man. Keep it up. I will do my best. I will do my best. Graph Tanker, 98 for $4.99. What the hell? No opening day Star Wars movie viewings for sure. Waiting for reviews for $4.99 on, for anything Star Wars. Gotcha. I'm just not going to watch it at all. Gonzalo Bergali for 75 Uruguayan pesos. The sign that shows is all about office politics is that Hollywood can't create any new IP. Is all about the reboots, and they're not very good at it. For $5. Hey, Gary, here's some monies. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Panda Thought, for $5. I appreciate it. Destiny Captain for $1.99. Gary, did you borrow my Trapper Keeper? Did I borrow your Trapper Keeper? No. And if I did, I wouldn't give it back. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser for $10. Thoughts on Jim Steranko's controversy? He's been in many, and then he bends the knee. But we all know Jim Steranko's a man's man, and he hit on my wife at a Comic-Con, which was hilarious. Opposition Transmissions for £2. Berserker is out. I can email you if you want to read it. I got a copy, but I thank you for that. I do. Rich Silverwood for £10. Hey, Gary, did you know that Kathleen Kennedy has her own clone? She has an identical twin sister who is a virtual production producer on The Mandalorian. No, I did not. I know Michelle Rejuan kind of looks like her. A little bit. Not another dime. Thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Oil Burner for $5. Hail the Fandom Menace. Good luck with your move, Gary. Thank you very much. Keaton Smith for £2. Would you review Buffy and Angel? I plan to someday. I do. I absolutely do. And I'm going to do a discussion with Mahler someday too. Paisley Gemini for $4.99. Hail, Gary. If I become a member, do you get all the money or does Mama Susan get a part of it? She gets 30%. She gets 30%. Right now, the only thing I'm doing is memberships. Eventually, I'm going to do my own website after my move. I'll let you guys know about that. Adrian Nazaruk for £2. Babylon 5 rules, dude. Yes, it kind of does. Douglas Nelson. Hey, what's up, man? Check out the Nelson report for $5. Imagine where Star Wars, Doctor Who, and Star Trek would be if the Superman and Lois approach was applied to them. Successful. Trina the Knitter Guthridge for $2. Done with the D after Pocahontas. She was real. Gary, what's the word on Jar Jar's series Fringe? I thought it was okay. Human Kirk for £2. Waldo 865 for $20. Love your info and commentary. Spot on. Thank you. And thank you, my friend. I greatly appreciate it. 200 Watt Studios for $5. Got to tell you, Disney, why I canceled Disney Plus as soon as Gina was fired. They sent me a survey, LOL, told them exactly why I canceled. I will never go back, and I know you won't. Sassy Marie, thank you for the $1.99 donation. I appreciate it. Gary's internet connection, which still sucks, for £5. I rewatched Jar Jar Abrams' Fringe the other day. 2 points to make. 1, he wrote like 5 episodes, and 2, it's 10 times better than any TV show today. It's a good show, and he wasn't that involved. Josh Krushek for $4.99, and I've always said that's the best thing he's done. If we stop talking about the stupid, the shills will be the only voices the public will hear. Thank you, Josh Krushnek. Thank you. That's the one we're going to end on because we're running out of time. I'm going to get to another one soon. It's all about editing these anyway. So I will see you in the next one, which will be sooner than the last one. All right, that's all we have time for today because I want to get this out at least a little bit before Friday Night Tights with our guest, Carrie Smith. So look for another Square Up very, very soon. And again, it's going to be toxic mailbag heavy. Thank you all again. We love you guys. Take care.